globalization? Globalization is the spread of various goods, financial products, information, technology, and jobs throughout the nations. It's a source of communication and a way to stay interconnected with other countries, which can help us further our knowledge, technological advances, and help our countries grow economically.
Globalization has four aspects to it. They are political, economical, social, and environmental. Political globalization refers to the political relationships between countries and nations. For instance, setting up international organizations like NATO or WHO to help protect countries and nations. While economic globalization affects the economy, transportation, trades, goods, and services. An example of this are things like the stock market or the rise of multinational corporations. Social globalization affects how ideas, cultures, and information is shared between different countries and nations. Things such as social media, films, or books are examples of social globalization. Lastly, environmental globalization is how environmental issues affect the globe, such as global warming or deforestation.
What is fast food? Well, it's exactly as the name suggests. It's food that's produced fast. It's a type of mass-produced food that is known for how quick and affordable it is. It grew popular in the 1950s and only continued to grow. The convenience was what made it so appealing to the masses. American fast food restaurants seem to have the biggest impact globally. McDonald's, for example, has become one of the world's most popular fast food chains over the years. It can be cheap and has low cost for people to purchase, although it's more costly in the long run. People, especially parents and guardians, find it more convenient and cheaper. Political beliefs in fast food can be dangerous because they can promote harmful and negative opinions and thoughts about self-identity and other harsh beliefs. It can be difficult to know what some chains support, so it's hard to tell if you should be buying from them or not. Social aspects of fast food can connect to political aspects as well. People tend to create harsh stereotypes about fast food and what type of person you are based on if you consume it or not. On the other hand, it can be used to socialize with one's family, friends, and peers. It can be harmful to the environment as well. By the waste fast food chains create, they typically use cheap packaging that use harmful plastics and other types of microplastics. Studies have shown that microplastics can also be found in a lot of fast food, typically meat products.
Fast fashion is fashion that develops along with current trends in popular style. It's referred to as fast fashion because it often loses its popularity very quickly. It is the term used to describe clothing designs that move quickly from the catwalk to stores to take advantage of those trends. The term fast fashion was first used at the beginning of the 1990s when Zara opened in New York.
Pros of fast fashion. Fast fashion is a mass production of popular and trendy clothes, and although it has its downsides, it can greatly improve economic growth. Fast fashion can pressure people into buying clothes every few weeks to keep up with every current fashion trend, with people wanting to present themselves as more popular or cool. People can be willing to spend lots of money and pay high prices for popular clothing, which produces a high profit. Fast fashion can also create more jobs within the fashion industry, with over 75 million workers around the world. Another positive of fast fashion is how affordable it can be. Clothing companies and manufacturers often use cheap and common materials because of how fast trends can move. This makes the clothes cheap and affordable for everyone. This doesn't exclude anyone from participating in trends and can be an easy and cheap way to express yourself through clothing and style. Customers can be easily satisfied by fast fashion. To stay trendy, fast fashion has to move very quickly. It goes from design right to the stores. This can help customers feel satisfied with their purchases as they can see someone wearing something and see it in stores the next day, leaving people happy with their clothing purchases, potentially causing them to want to buy more from that specific clothing chain, store, or manufacturer.
Although there are some pros to fast fashion, the cons do outweigh them in terms of safety and the health of individuals. First con being the exploitation of workers. Exploitation means to treat someone unfairly in order to benefit from your own work. People in the workplace face this kind of abuse very often, psychologically, physically, emotionally, and financially. Another con of fast fashion is environmental damage. The fashion industry is completely destroying the environment with all the materials they use, as well as the waste they make. The fashion industry is the second biggest consumer of water and is responsible for about 10% of global carbon emissions. Unsafe working conditions are also a major con for fast fashion. Unsafe working conditions include a lot of things, such as working overtime for too long, lack of proper equipment and training, improper workstation layout, and so much more. Many workers get injured or even killed because of the unsafe conditions.
Some of the cons of fast food. Fast food is generally unhealthy. The food served in fast food chains tend to contain chemicals, microplastics, and can be served in unsanitary conditions. Fast food chains make it seem like regular groceries or food are more expensive than they are. In a study conducted in the US, it states that home-cooked meals are generally healthier and financially cheaper. They also come in bigger portions and have better quality. Although fast food is a great short-term option, it's more expensive in the long run. They also put local businesses and restaurants out of commission due to the price difference. Local restaurants usually have a longer wait time, higher prices, and more quality food, while fast food is cheap and fast. Studies show that 60% of businesses and restaurants go out of business within its first year due to lack of promotion, management being inexperienced, and debt, while fast food chains tend to do better because people trust them more and they have more access to the media and promotions.
People might tend to focus on the cons of fast food, but we must remember to look at the pros as well. Fast food provides cheap and affordable options for people with lower income and is very convenient and easy to access, while also providing jobs for those who need one.